So what we're looking at here is an immunity to change map. And if we look at this the right way, it completely alters the lens through which we view our own unproductive behaviors and other people's unproductive behaviors. We start to see what is actually a beautiful network of cause and effect. In fact, it's perfectly logical from the perspective of the big assumption to not take medication every day. We see it as something that is a system within the individual causing them to act this way rather than some selfish, irrational choice. When you start to see this network functioning within a person, it's a very different lens. There's a greater degree of objectivity to what's going on in others and ourselves, a greater degree of compassion. So what's at play here is what has been described as a psychological immune system. Let's start by looking, for comparison's sake, at the body's immune system. So what does the body's immune system do? Okay, so we know harmful inputs are filtered or disabled and it prevents illness. Associated with the body's immune system are a couple of concepts. One is homeostasis, maintaining physical stability. Simplified way of looking at it. Another is autoimmune disease, and that's when the immune system mistakenly attacks its own body. So keep these two concepts in mind as we now look at what we might call the internal immune system or the psychological immune system. So in this context, what does the mind's immune system do? Using the same sort of ideas, it's all of the inputs of experience. It's the stimuli we're receiving from the external environment. It's our own internal reactions, and it's our own responses, our own actions themselves. These are all the material of our own subjective experience. So you can think of these all as inputs. They are filtered or disabled by the psychological immune system. Why? To prevent anxiety. So with that idea in mind, look back at the ITC map of our example. There's an immune system at play. The idea of having to take pills, the reminder messages that come to his phone, they cause reactions within him, memories of things. These are inputs to experience that create anxiety. And so the psychological immune system disables these inputs. Now, clearly these inputs should not be disabled. It's a little bit like having an autoimmune disease. So homeostasis, from this perspective, is then maintaining emotional stability, absence of anxiety. And autoimmune disease would be when our psychological immune system mistakenly attacks the wrong input. Like our body's immune system, our psychological one can occasionally misread reality and mistakenly see danger that's not really there. Then our immune system rejects what the system needs in order to thrive. And they give two examples. Think autoimmune attack on parts of your own body here, or the rejection of a donor organ. Generally speaking, we would think of the body's immune system as fixed. The psychological immune system we have access to. We can change it. Currently, the inner immune system attacks anything that could trigger anxiety, even when that thing is of clear benefit to us. What makes us think that this thing is worth attacking? The assumption. If I have to take a pill every day, it means I'm on my way out. I don't want to experience that fear. And so to eradicate the anxiety, I shun the whole project of pill taking. So these assumptions, which may be false, they may have some truth to them, but they may have some falsity to them, are what define our growing edges. So that's the next aspect I want to touch on.